Hello everyone. This is my second video of the day. I'm Jenkins, and I wanted to talk to you about uh, a paradox that I just discovered. And I thought about this back in 2008. Um, Back in 2008 when I got in trouble, and basically, you know, I don't know. I don't know, if this paradox has already been discovered. You know, I checked Wikipedia and they didn't have a list of the known paradoxes. Uh, but but in any case, I'm just gonna claim it. I'm gonna call it the Jenkins paradox. Uh, and basically, it goes like this: uh, if every person if every person in the world was crazy except for one person, would that one same person be considered the crazy one? And and I had to think about this for a while. The reason why it came up was something recently happened last month, and basically the story is I uh, uh, I was looking through YouTube and this channel said, uh, um, this channel said, another shooting by the police, right? And me, this kind of stuff interests me. So I watched the video and they say, oh, uh, this time is there's no way that you can. They said this time there's no way that you can say that he's not guilty. They said he even had a body cam, you know, and so he. They said that the cop said this, and they said that we saw the body cam, and he's lying. It's obvious from the body cam that he's lying. That's what they said. So I'm like, finally, finally we're not gonna have another, Trayvon Martin. I mean, Trayvon. Yeah, it was Trayvon Martin. We're not gonna have another Trayvon Martin, Eric Garner, Michael Brown, where black people just like you know, just like are like black people are like chopping each other's heads off, trying to get the uh, uh, the prosecutor to bring on charges, and then the man just walks off scot free. Like, so I was like, finally we've got some evidence and rock hard evidence, and we're gonna take this to the court, and 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 we're gonna take this to court, and this guy's gonna be put away for life. And from then on, cops are gonna, think twice about, you know, uh, murdering black men without reason. That's what I was thinking. I mean, I was on their side. But like the channel they put the footage from the body cam in their video, and like, I mean, what happened in the video was almost exactly what the cop originally said. So, you know, and 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 not only that, but uh, not only that, but uh, uh, I mean, it was it, it was like I mean, not only did the channel, the people who run the channel, the host of the channel, say that uh, uh, this was this was a open and shut case. This was a you know the holy grail of cop convictions. I mean, of evidence against cops, and this was going to guarantee a conviction. But the uh, the 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 video showed exactly what the cop said. And not only was a cop telling the truth, not only was the host of the channel uh, fabricating the facts, fabricating the truth, but after I watched the video on the channel, I looked at the comment section because I was like, surely somebody else in this world, uh, saw the video and they understand that the cop was telling the truth, that what he said happened. But like every single comment in the comment section was was basically what you would call uh, uh, I guess I should call it an oppressed victory, victory of the oppressed. It was a victory of the oppressed commons. Basically, you know, uh, people were saying, uh, this proves that we're victims. This proves that black people are victims of the all powerful, omnipresent police, or more likely it would be uh, you know SJW saying, "Oh, this proves that they're the victims of police." And they all said, "Oh yeah, that video proves that the cops did it. I saw it in the video." But in actual reading the comments, not a they all said the cop was guilty, every single one of them, but not a single one of them could agree on what the cop was guilty of. I mean, uh, basically, and it was like even one guy commented that if you shoot somebody in the head, then if then a lot of times it'll make them move involuntarily, and that involuntary movement by the guy who got shot in the head by the cop was what caused his actions. He was moving involuntarily because he got shot in the head. But if you had just watched the video that was posted on the channel, uh, the guy is obviously doing some, uh, I mean, some extremely illegal stuff, before he even gets shot. It's like, basically the guy does exactly what the cop says he did. If you watch the video, and if you watch the video, the guy does exactly what the cop said he did, and then the cop tells him the cop yells stop more than once. More, I mean, there's a gap here. He does it. The cop sees what he's doing. He yells stop, and then after that, the cop shoots him, and it's in the video. And uh, and I was like, you know, I was like, I comment. I was like, you know, I don't have any problem with a cop who has been proven to commit a crime gets indicted, but this whole thing where we just like, where we just like, riot in the streets and I mean, you know, uh, you know, uh, uh, throw all of our uh, throw all of our oaths and standards out the window just to get some sort of guilt or appeasement or what's the word, or pillaging sort of indictment out of the authorities, just so that just so that he can go all the way to trial and get these completely overblown charges, like first degree murder when it should have been manslaughter or whatever. Get these completely overblown charges and build up the drama for the TV news, and then at the end he gets acquitted of all charges. And you know, uh, I said, in the comment section, like, we think we win something because of these fake indictments, that they're just doing to minimize the inevitable riots that will happen. You know, we might get some fake indictments to buy time so that people can calm down and by the time the trial is over and the guy gets acquitted of all charges and has no criminal record, for the rest of his life, and goes back and gets a job the next day, everybody else will be looking at the next, world star hip hop video, or uh, you know, doing something else. So I was like, all this cop has to do, he doesn't even need a good lawyer. I mean, I mean, this is one of the few situations in which, I would even say the guy could have represented himself in court. I mean, all this guy has to do is take the video into court, you know, uh, fast forward to exactly the part that he was describing, and he shows in the video, okay, this is exactly what I said happened, and you see right here, the body cam jerks to the left, which should indicate, I mean, the guy's not Usain Bolt or the Flash, so something moving that fast, that something has to pull it, uh, he shows the camera jerking to the left, and then you hear in the video he yells stop, stop. You don't yell stop unless something's moving and you want it to stop. So he yells stop more than once, maybe 2 or 3 times, and then after that, you know, he pulls out the gun and he shoots the guy. And it's like, I mean, I mean, all he has to do is bring in the video, and it'll take him like it'll take him 1 minute to show him that uh, 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 video, and then after that, of course, he should rest his case, because if he doesn't if he speaks too much, they might get him on they might trip him up in his words, or get him on a technicality or something. So he should keep it simple. If he speaks more than a minute, then it should just be to reiterate what he said in the beginning. But this guy's gonna get off, and it's like, I guess that's the formula. It's like, to reduce the ferocity of the riots, the inevitable riots. They just go ahead and indict the guy, and just charge it to the game, and while the people are still angry, you put this, you make sure you give them the toughest charges you can find. First degree murder, you know, every time, and then first degree murder, and then and whatever is the I mean, whatever else is terrible. What it, I mean, uh, uh, um, but and then when people's attention spans are at their limit, and they can't listen to anything anymore, and they go home from breaking the windows at CVS, then you just acquit the guy of all charges, and people send their money in to help support the guy, and he gets back on his feet. I mean, uh, you know, celebrity boxing matches, and things of that nature. So that's where I got this paradox from. It's like, if everybody if everybody else has flawed perception, if everybody else is crazy over something, then is the one person who isn't crazy the crazy one? And I'll talk more about this in the future, but my time is gone now. So have a nice day. Bye.